You're ready to start your cord cutting journey. The problem? Trying to find a service that matches the channels that you want. You can always create your own spreadsheet and look at different services, or you can find a website that does that for you. But as you can see, it can get a little time consuming and tricky to see everything that you want to see. You could always go to a website that lets you know what it feels the best price for you would be based on channel offerings, but again, that's more work. You can always look for website reviews and find out what they feel the best option for you is. However, they don't always update in a timely fashion, and things may change rather quickly in the cord cutting world. You could always test out different streaming services for yourself, but that is, again, rather time consuming and can be a little pricey. Suppose there was a better way. Hello, I am Wanderer001, and this is my review of Suppose.tv. Yes, the wording of that is a little odd, and it is tricky to find this particular cord cutting tool, but since I have found it, it has made my cord cutting life much easier, and I do recommend it to the majority of my friends who are looking into cord cutting. And why do I do that? Well, let's start with picking a channel. Over here on the left, you can see you have options for local, premium, entertainment, information. It breaks it down into selected services. You can also search for a specific channel by name. In this case, for the purposes of demonstration, we're going to pick the Discovery channel to start with. In the upper left-hand corner, it shows you your selected target market. Right now, it is showing New York. You can change this depending on where you want to show the channel offerings. We have our prioritization channels. Right now we only have the one. We can refine what we're looking for. Do we want to get more channels or do we want to save more money? Right now I'm going to leave this on the middle because I'm looking for a 50-50 split. Over on the right we have simultaneous streams. This is very important. If you don't live by yourself, you need to have more than one stream available. Or, should you be sharing services with others, you want to make sure that you can have more than one stream. In my case, I generally look for about 3 streams. Well, if you're doing something like Philo, Sling, or Hulu, you want to have a DVR. You kind of had a DVR when you had regular TV, so you want to be able to do that when you're cord cutting. Notice down here that the selection is dynamically changing as I'm adding options. Over here on the right, you can add providers. So let's say there's a specific service that you're looking for. You can put check marks here and it will dynamically, again, change the offerings. The one thing about Suppose TV that I like is that they continuously change. Notice PlayStation View, not on this list anymore because, well, guess what? It's not around anymore. Our last selection up here is devices. If there are particular devices that you stream your stuff from, you can check and say, I only do Android phones and Android TVs, and it will limit, again, what you see down here. And coming down here, based on what we see, it is saying that right now, Philo is the best fit for us. Philo, aside from the Discovery channel, will give us 63 channels at $25 a month, but there's a special offer worth $5. Coming down, we can see 65 plus channels. Drop down, it will list out every other channel that you get for that price tag. It shows you 3 streams. So 10 devices, if I select that, shows you all the devices. And then if there's any special notes for this particular provider. And here we can see DVR stores unlimited shows for 12 months, ad skipping permitted for recorded programs, most programs available for 72 hours after original air date. So that is going to show up on each of these, letting you know exactly what you're in for. Also, Philo has a special offer where they offer a free 7-day trial of $5 value, which is why you see $5 up there. You may also notice 2 device offers, Fire TV Recast and Roku Ultra. These are affiliate links for Suppose.tv. Yes, it is a great service and it needs to make money somehow, so I don't mind that they list compatible streaming devices with an affiliate link. You get a little, you give a little. That's how this works. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a few other types of channels. We're going to come over here. Got nieces and nephews. They like their Disney stuff, so let's select Disney XD. Maybe your wife likes Food Network. And we'll throw in Animal Planet just for the heck of it. Now, again, notice dynamically the list has changed. no longer is Philo the best option for us. If we come down to our prioritization area, we can remove an item. So let's say we don't want Animal Planet. It's off the list entirely. Let's say we only want to toggle on and off a particular item to see if it would change what service will get offered. So here, if I turn off and on Disney XD, we notice that there are changes to the list order. Let's say that Disney Channel here, this is a must-have. It moves it to the top of the list and favorites it, and you can do that with a few channels. So let's say Food Network is more important than Discovery. Now, again, dynamically it changes. So you have a list right here of, in order of your preferences, the channels that you can get. Over on the right-hand side here, there are many other options. There is DirecTV, DirecTV Stream Unlimited. Notice these prices are definitely much higher, but there are other options out there. However, if we wanted to compare items that are on multiple pages, we simply come up, select the pin, and it pushes it to the front. So that was Fubo TV Starter. Let's say I want to do Hulu. That moves it again. And we're going to go and grab, oh, wait, I saw what I wanted. YouTube TV, and we'll throw that up there. So now we can look based on this who has what. And we can see which offer may be best for us. If there is an option where Sling right here, Orange plus Blue, notice it does not have Disney XD, which is why it's further to the right. It might be cheaper overall, but it's missing a channel that we said we wanted. But you can visually see that that channel is missing, which is why Suppose TV, in my opinion, is one of the best services out there for people who are considering cord cutting for IPTV services for the first time. You get visualization. You see raw numbers for channels that you want, and you prioritize the channels that you find most important without having to manage a spreadsheet. That is why, for me, Suppose TV should be the first place that you go when you are looking for cord cutting. I will have a link in the description to make it a little easier for you to find this particular service. With that being said, I have been Wanderer001. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the area below. And as always, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, consider giving it a like, as that will help other people find the video as well. If you like what I'm doing here, you can always help fuel the next review by buying me a coffee, link in the description below. Last but not least, if you want to be notified when I upload a new video, you know what to do.